Your Grand Island, Hastings, and Kearney local forecast with meteorologist Kit Kloinger.
Well, welcome back. We are still tracking the threat of some severe weather around the area, but take a look at some of the sky cams across the area right now. Most of us have started to calm down here in the Tri-Cities area, and you're also seeing Imperial as well, but a few flashes of lightning still show up, and notice the temperatures have dropped significantly since this afternoon. And across the state, we see that we are down into the 60s here for the Tri-Cities area. That's down about 20 degrees from the afternoon. All of that thunderstorm fuel has eaten away at the temperatures and at some of the dew points, which have some risen into the 50s across our area. Now, looking at the radar, we've got a lot going on right now, so let's break this down. We'll zoom in off towards our south. Over the past few hours, we've had several reports of winds over 60 to 70 miles per hour, especially in Phillips County, Kansas, down into Rooks County. There were some places that were reporting damage to power poles around the Stockton area. Now, looking off towards our north and east, this is in the Platte County area, just outside of our viewing area, but Columbus is under a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:45 p.m. This one has been weakening compared to earlier, but you can see the hail tracks over the past few hours. They have been weakening, and we still are seeing the potential for 1-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds for the Platte County area. Now, down towards the south and east, west of, there, around the Broken Bow area, south to Lexington and into Holdridge, we see a line of thunderstorms which has been strengthening over the past 45 minutes. And we can look on Hail Tracker now, and we do see that hail has been formed in it, but not yet at the severe threshold of 1 inch. We might be seeing some nickel-sized hail at most in the Lexington area about a half hour ago or so, but we are going to see that continue to dwindle as we see over the past few frames. Some of that has started to weaken. However, down towards Harlan County, we still see some hail in some of those thunderstorms right now. So taking a look on a wider view, we actually do have meteorologist Tim Jones, as you saw earlier. He is out in some of these thunderstorms, and I want to go ahead and bring him in. He's been out chasing some of these thunderstorms across the area today. Tim, what have you seen, and what are you seeing right now with these storms?
Yeah, Kit, I started my chase about 6:30 this evening, leaving Hastings, proceeding west on 12th to Juniata, and then I encountered the first initiation of thunderstorms just to the northwest of Kennesaw, between Kennesaw, Gibbon, and Kearney area, so anywhere from northwest Adams County to Buffalo County. The first severe thunderstorm was issued around 7 o'clock, 7:15, and at that time my location was just in the Wood River area, so I proceeded up Highway 11 to Carroll and then west on Highway 2, and that's where I encountered the first severe thunderstorm warning, where I only sampled dime-sized hail, but unfortunately that hail core got a little north of me up towards Bolus and Rockville. Now, by the time I encountered that, the storm had weakened and then regenerated further to the northeast around Farwell and St. Paul and those areas around Howard County. Now, after that, I proceeded back to the south and encountered the winds that were coming up from Kansas, as you mentioned, 70-mile-per-hour winds. In Blue Hill area and Webster County, I only encountered about 55-mile-per-hour winds, but a lot of people ask me, Tim, why didn't we get any tornadoes today? And the answer is simple. It's the temperatures and the dew points and the spread between the 80-degree 80-degree temperatures and 50-degree dew points. So we've got higher cloud bases, and that's one of the reasons why it's typical in April to get these hailers and wind-producing storms and not get these tornadoes. So that's a good thing, and some areas need some rain, especially over in Fillmore counties, and it looks like thunderstorms are a little hit or miss as we get through the rest of the night. Kit?
That's right, Tim. That's the voice of meteorologist Tim Jones now there in Storm Chaser 4. Thank you for that report, Tim. He's just to the south of Bladen here. Now let's take a wider look of the radar over the past several hours today. Like he said, we saw some of those initial thunderstorms just to the west of the Tri-Cities area, and then those quickly developed into some severe weather off towards our north, and we've had a lot of severe weather to our south in Kansas as well. So looking at some of the winds right now, some of the winds are a little bit variable depending on where these thunderstorms are, but generally speaking, we have winds out of the north and northeast on the backside of this low pressure system coming around to 25 miles per hour for the Broken Bow area, 20 miles an hour out of the south to the south and east of the Tri-Cities area. As we head through Futurecast right now, we are going to see some of these thunderstorms continue to dwell over central Nebraska. Some of them will rotate out of the area. Some of them will move through the Tri-Cities. Around 2 a.m., we likely will see a line come through the Tri-Cities area. And then as we head overnight tonight, the northern flow takes over, and we'll see that dominating our forecast over the next couple of days. And we'll actually be bringing in some cooler weather. As we head overnight tonight, those temperatures will be dropping down into the 50s by tomorrow morning. Winds are going to be gusting upwards of 25 miles an hour, though. And as we head through the 3-day forecast, we are going to see a little bit of a warm-up. As we start off tomorrow as the coolest day of the week, we'll warm up into the 60s and then 70s by Wednesday. And then we will continue to see those temperatures warming up through the rest of the 7-day forecast into next Sunday. We could be seeing some of those temperatures getting back up into the upper 70s and some more warm and hot weather on the way. Stick around for sports. We'll be right back.